Today, we've got some juicy rumors about the upcoming Samsung Galaxy S25 that you're definitely going to want to hear. It looks like Samsung might be making a major shift in their chipset strategy, abandoning Exynos in favor of Qualcomm's Snapdragon across all markets. Let's dive into what this means for the future of Samsung's flagship series. The Galaxy S25 rumors have been swirling over the past few weeks, especially with the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Z Flip 6 set to premiere next month. We've seen a lot of leaks about the S25, including an IMEI listing potential camera upgrades for the S25 Ultra, and even some rumored pricing information. But today's focus is on something even bigger, the chipset. According to well-known insider Ming-Chi Kuo, Qualcomm is expected to be the sole supplier of SoCs for the Galaxy S25 series. Kuo states, Qualcomm will likely be the sole SoC supplier for the Samsung Galaxy S25 versus 40% for the S24. This information was first reported by Android Central, and it seems Samsung has some compelling reasons for this change. In recent years, Samsung has faced criticism for using Exynos chips in their flagship models, especially since these often fell short in performance compared to their Snapdragon-equipped counterparts. At one point, there was even a petition from users to ban Exynos chips from Samsung's flagship phones. However, this time the situation is different. Kuo mentions that the decision to exclusively use Qualcomm comes down to Samsung's lower-than-expected 3nm yield. Initially, the Galaxy S25 series was supposed to feature the Exynos 2500 alongside the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 in select markets like Europe, the UK, and India. However, due to these yield issues, Samsung might be leaning towards Qualcomm for all regions. Now, let's talk about the implications. Ming-Chi Kuo predicts this move will be a significant boost for Qualcomm and TSMC, with TSMC being the exclusive manufacturer of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 silicon. According to Digital Station, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 will be notably more expensive than its predecessor. This could lead to higher profits for TSMC and Qualcomm. But what about the cost to consumers? Will this mean a higher price tag for the Galaxy S25 series? It's not entirely clear yet. This is still a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt. However, given Kuo's reliable track record, there's a strong possibility we might see the S25 featuring Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 exclusively. So what does this mean for you, the consumer? For many, the move away from Exynos could mean better performance and efficiency, aligning Samsung's flagships more closely across all markets. But the potential increase in price might be a concern. What do you think about this possible shift? Would you miss the Exynos chips on the Galaxy S25? Are you excited about the potential performance boost from the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4, or are you worried about the possible price hike? Let us know in the comments below. That's all for today. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on any future updates. We'll keep you posted on all the latest tech news and rumors. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. In just a few months' time, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will succeed the iPhone 15 Pro Max and take on the mantle as the best and most advanced iPhone out there. Although there's plenty of time until September and a lot can change, we seem to know a lot about the upcoming top iPhone model based on rumors and leaks. How is the iPhone 16 Pro Max shaping up against its predecessor? What's changing and what's staying the same? Let's see how the iPhone 16 Pro Max shapes up against the current best iPhone Apple has in its roster. First up, let's talk about design and size. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will inherit the same design language as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, employing the same titanium frame with a completely flat screen. The major difference between the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the iPhone 15 Pro Max will be size. The upcoming iPhone screen will grow to 6.9 inches across, a significant bump over the iPhone 15 Pro Max's 6.7-inch display. To achieve this, they're likely shrinking the bezels down even further and making the phone itself slightly larger overall. As per the rumors, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will measure 163mm in height and 77.58mm in width versus 159.9mm and 76.7mm for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, respectively. A small but notable change, all things considered. The iPhone 15 Pro Max debuted with an action button instead of a mute switch and a USB Type-C port at the bottom, so those two features will be carrying over to the newer model as well. However, the iPhone 16 series will be scoring another button, dubbed the Capture button. Colors-wise, the iPhone 15 Pro Max was available in 4 understated and titanium-inspired colors. We've heard that Apple might use another titanium processing technique that will make the iPhone 16 Pro Max glossier and also more capable of retaining colors. Moving on to display differences. As mentioned, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come along with a significantly larger display, measuring at 6.9 inches across. Aside from the size, we don't clearly expect any other major changes. We're certainly getting a liquid Retina XDR display with an OLED panel delivering superb colors, contrast, and exceptional maximum brightness. The screen will support 120Hz ProMotion refresh rate, making scrolling through the interface and on-screen content way smoother. Now let's delve into performance and software. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will feature a second-generation 3nm chip, possibly dubbed Apple A18 Pro. As one can imagine, we expect that the Apple A18 Pro will have better performance than the Apple A17 Pro. Due to the heavily rumored focus on AI for both iOS and the iPhone 16 range, we expect that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come with a much improved neural engine to take care of all the generative AI features. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will also be a first to debut iOS 18 with a focus on artificial intelligence features. The new iPhone 16 Pro Max will also support faster Wi-Fi 7 and a more power-efficient 5G modem, keeping you future-proofed on the connectivity front. Let's talk about the camera. As the iPhone 15 Pro Max delivers a host of important camera features, chief among which is the new 120mm telephoto lens, the iPhone 16 Pro Max could finally address one of the forgotten cameras that hasn't recently scored any significant overhauls, the ultra-wide. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo believes that Apple will be introducing a 48-megapixel ultra-wide camera on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. When it comes to audio quality, iPhone Pro Max devices are always up there with the best, setting the benchmarks for all other manufacturers to measure up against. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will be no exception. The same generally applies to haptics too. iPhones are arguably the best devices when it comes to haptic feedback, giving us precise and accurate vibrations that are sufficiently strong yet not overpowering. Lastly, battery life and charging. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will reportedly feature a much larger 4,676 mAh battery compared to the 4,422 mAh battery in the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Charging-wise, we haven't heard anything about a potential charging speed increase, but we hope to see one on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So far, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is shaping up to be a logical improvement to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, delivering key upgrades in important areas like screen size, performance, AI, and battery life. Thus far, we haven't heard anything particular about a potential price increase, so it's safe to assume that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will start at $1,199 for the 256GB version. Of course, if there's an iPhone 15 Pro Max in your pocket, then you'll probably have few reasons to upgrade to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Stay tuned for more updates on the iPhone 16 Pro Max as we get closer to its release date. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest tech news and reviews. Thanks for watching. Until next time.